All right. We have Eric Hall here. We'll go right into questions. If you have questions, raise your hand on the right and we will get underway. We have probably about 10 minutes with Eric. All right, Eric, first question is from Adam Jacoby.
Eric, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, can't complain. So, take me through the catching that touchdown from Cade and what it's like when it's a quarterback, when it's coming from a quarterback that you have that familiarity with.
Um. Well, first, I was supposed to come off the edge on that play, and I just see two big old D linemen in my face. So I had to figure out. I like low key panicked and like had to figure out how to or figured out how to get out in space. Like I was gonna go around it, but I was just like screw it and went through them. And was hoping that Cade seen that and didn't pass me off or look off of me and throw it somewhere else. So I like looked real fast. Next thing I know, I just see the ball in the air, and I was expecting it to be on me hot because that's how we practiced all week. But um, but it was up in the air, and I just caught it over the shoulder. But it was crazy though that being my first catch and it being a touchdown and it being from Cade, it was pretty surreal. So.
All right, Eric's
Thanks.
next question is from Tyler Talkman.
Hey Eric, hope you're doing well. When you were in the transfer portal, just what all was the process like of choosing Iowa? What were the factors that led you to want to come here?
Um, just I just play. I've played against Iowa before, and I've been on the other side, and I know what they represent, which is being disciplined, football, tough football, um, just gritty. This is a gritty team and great coaching. And when I entered the transfer portal, I already knew that about them, and that's what type of team that I was hoping to be on, and and they use the tight ends a lot, which is a perk. And Cade came, which was another perk. And I came on my visit and just loved the environment, loved all the coaches and players, and just felt like it was the best fit.
All right, Eric, next question is from Chad Leistico.
Hey Eric, now that you've had a game under your belt for the Hawkeyes, I mean you and Luke, I believe, had 10 combined catches the other day. How have you seen it transpire that you two complement each other in terms of how your games fit for this team?
Um, just feel like, man, when you have two great players out there, it can help the team out a lot, and you could draw different or draw the defense away from one guy and leave another guy open. Um, just different stuff like that. I can't really trying to think. Where Luke's just a monster. He's good and he's a threat, and he's just a beast, and we both just want to get out there and compete. So.
All right, next question is from Scott Docterman.
Eric, this summer you talked about kind of the challenges of trying to catch up with everything, learning the position, learning the way Iowa does it, which is a little different than what you're used to. And then on Saturday, we see you lining up as the F at times, even in 14 personnel. How has that kind of added to the challenges for you, and how were you able to absorb that? Because that's a unique position to play, especially being a tight end.
Yeah, it's very different and it can be difficult, but we just got great coaches, and they make it easy, and they coach you up, and they keep it real and not real, but just fix you and hold you accountable, and that helps out a lot, honestly, and it will make anyone better. And also we have Eli, who was a fullback, and who else? Hayden helps me out a little bit, so it's just like it's they make it easy, but it's definitely difficult. The reason how it'd be difficult is just because I'm so used to a whole different system and different terminologies and different footwork and different ways to block things. So it's just like I'm trying to get used to Iowa's way, and it can be difficult at times, but the coaches help me out a lot. So.
All right, Eric, next question is from Mitch Fick.
Eric, I asked Kate about this yesterday too. East Lansing in 2021 is probably the closest parallel of what you'll experience in Ames on Saturday, just in-state rivalry and all that. What do you remember about playing at Spartan Stadium? I know you had a big day. Kate had a big day, came up a little short in the win column, but what do you remember about the fans, that atmosphere of just playing for Paul Bunyan?
Just the fans being ruthless and wild, and it being very electric and fun. That day was like probably one of the funnest games I've played in, just because of how much it means. Like, it's an in-state rivalry, so it's very important to come out and leave with the trophy, and like it just adds like a different intensity and like to the game, and I don't know, I just love that, and it's fun, and can't wait to get out there Saturday against Iowa State.
All right, next question is from John Steppe.
Hey, Eric, hope you're doing well. How would you evaluate the run blocking through 1 week, and what do you think is the key to getting that better?
Having a great first step, and Coach Hodge was just here. He emphasizes that a lot, especially recently, because that's kind of like what we've been struggling on, just getting a great first step, and it's a world of difference from taking a bad first step and a great first step, and that's really all it is. When it's blocking, you block them with your feet and your footwork, and the rest comes later, and we gotta figure that out. But I feel like we're doing great, and we just continue to get better and better, and be elite. So.
All right, next question is from Tyler Talkman.
Yeah, Eric, you had mentioned when you were in the portal, and obviously Cade had already committed to Iowa. Just what was the communication like between him and you? Like, was he pretty aggressive in trying to pitch you to come? Just what all was that like?
We would just talk, and he would get to telling me about, like the perks about being here. Iowa's, the number one, or there is no like pro teams in Iowa, so like the Hawkeyes are like looked at like as like pro football. Everyone loves it. The the stadium is electric on Saturdays. Coach Ferentz and like how great they are, and like we talked about golf a lot. We just were just chatting about like different stuff, like about how the food is and stuff like that, and how was it when he came down on his visit, but that was pretty much it.
All right, we'll have two more questions, Eric. First one is from Adam Jacoby.
Eric, Coach Hodge had a lot of good things to say about you and your character and everything that you bring to the tight end room. What's it been like playing for a coach like Coach Hodge?
It's been good. It's been great, honestly. He's always giving me crap, when I mess up something and everything. And that's, that could get irritating at sometimes, but that's what we need. And I realize that, and it's fun, and just to have a coach that just picks you apart with everything you do, and it makes you a better player, especially out there on Saturdays, and just great coaching all the time. Every time I see him, we'll text back and forth about things like plays and stuff, and he has a great answers for all the questions I ask, and about about footwork, about releases, stuff like that. So I love Coach Hodge to death. Great coach for sure.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Appreciate it.
Last question will be from Chad Leistico.
Hey, I know you just came off the practice field. How much was Cade able to do today, and how is he helping you guys get ready for this game, even though he's banged up a little bit?
You have to ask Coach on that one.
How's he helping you prepare, even if he's not on the field, though, is what I'm saying.
Oh, he's always coaching guys, and giving guys the right looks on, like, or making sure guys are given the right looks, or not right looks, releases and like where we should expect to catch the ball, stuff like that. You know, he's a great leader, and he's like that on and off the field. So,
All right, perfect. Thank you for your time, Eric.
all right, thank you.
Question, Caleb, is from John Steppe with the Gazette.
Hey, Kaleb, hope you're doing well. Obviously not the rushing numbers I'm sure that you were hoping for in week 1. What do you think is the key to getting that better for week 2?
I just feel like we just got to keep thriving and keep practicing because that was our first game of the season. So I feel like everybody just now like really just like getting back adapted to playing the games. And once we get the game and the run game rolling, it'll come back up. So.
All right, next question is from Scott Docterman.
Caleb, when you look back at the running game itself, what was kind of some of your takeaways from how you worked with the offensive line, and was it just kind of a miss here, a miss there from anybody that really kind of prevented it from coming off, or was there something more, something deeper that prevented it from taking off?
Like I said, I just feel like that like we just need to like get back on our top of things and just really start working back and getting back to our role because I feel that was our first game. So I just feel like our line they go get better. So I'm not worried about that. So yeah, that's about it for real. So.
Our next question is from Adam Jacoby.
Hey, Caleb, how you doing this morning?
How are you?
Doing well. So week 1 is in the books. You're officially, a Hawkeye and want to know, how was it playing in Kinnick Stadium?
Unbelievable. I love that place, man. Like, there's so much support and love, no matter if we're losing or if people know we go lose or if people know we go win, like they still come out and support no matter what. So I love the Hawkeye support so much. So
Next question is from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Caleb, how did the Powerade sponsorship come about, and kind of what thoughts do you have about that kind of being in a pretty select group nationally?
It's very I've been drinking Powerade since I was like a little kid, like practicing. So it's just crazy how I just came up and they decided to sponsor me and they liked the game I played and it was awesome. So I'm just glad that I was picked among the chosen of 5. So
Next question is from Mitch Fick.
Caleb, how important is that first set of film you now have against somebody that's not Phil Parker's defense, having this first film of 2023? Sounds like you're not too concerned about any perceived shortcomings in the run game or anything like that. How important is that film to just be able to study now and have a template of what other defenses are throwing at you?
With me right now, because at first when I came here, I didn't really like know how to read a defense and know how to defense. So with them just coming out and just showing a good how can I say it? A good function and a good things of how the other defense is going to play is really going to affect me a lot because I feel like that like if you do that before time, then ahead of time when it comes, then I'm gonna know it and I can just play my game and I don't have to worry about it. So that's a big thing to me. So yeah.
Next question is from Tom Kakert.
Caleb, wanted to ask you about the message from Coach Betts after week 1. What's his point of emphasis for you guys as a group going into the Iowa State game?
Just run hard because this is gonna be a big dog fight. It's not gonna be no like regular easy game. It's Iowa State. So he said just come in there and just run hard. Just run it and do your thing. Like just go out there and play, have fun. Because at the end of the day, it's about fun. It's not about seriousness too, but that's what he told me. So.
The next question is from John Steppe.
What do you remember from last year's Cy-Hawk game, and have your teammates been telling you anything about going to Ames?
Well, last year I remember that was like I think that was the first game I had like 2 or 3 carries on, and I had like 22 yards in total, I think, something like that. But then they start telling me that like when I go there, it's gonna be like a lot of booing and throwing stuff at me. But I took that as motivation because it's just like a lot of people hating, so you just sit there and try to prove them wrong. So I love doing that. So it's gonna be a big thing Saturday. So that's what I'm looking really forward to do. So
Next question is from Elliot Clow.
Kaleb, so had that big return to start the game against Utah State this last weekend. I know we talked a little bit about it on media day. You said you're going to have your meeting with Coach Woods. Was it kind of tough to convince him to give you those returning duties again this year, or is it, how was he happy with how you played on Saturday, and was that a tough convincing of him to let you do that again?
nah, like, cause he really believes in me, and I respect him so much for that, for continuing to believe in me and believe that the things I can do. So I just really it really wasn't no convincing with him. It was just like me and him just sat down and talked, and he said, "Do I really want to do it?" And I told him, "Yeah." So, and then he said, "We go see how we do Saturday," and then I did that. So I just go keep going up from there. So I'm learning and learning day by day. So that's the most important thing. So keep doing it.
All right, Caleb, we'll have 3 more questions. First one is from Mitch Fick.
Kaleb, you played in a few rivalry games last year, obviously Iowa State being one of the first ones, but what was your experience with rivalry games in high school? Specifically, I know Hamilton and is it Baden or Baden just played again this year for the first time in like 20 years, something like that. But were there big ones back at Hamilton that kind of painted the picture of what a rivalry is supposed to be in high school and college and whatnot?
Hamilton versus Fairfield. It was like every year we played a game sellout, and it was just like because on each side, like we knew like basically everybody knew each other on each side, so it was just like about just talking stuff and leading up to that game. So it was just fun. So I love rivalry games, and it just be fun because you get to show them what you can actually do, and all that talking goes out the window. So
Next question is from Tyler Talkman.
Hey, Kaleb, hope you're doing well. Was just wondering about Jazz Patterson. What maybe last season or this season, maybe behind the scenes in practice, like have you seen him do that kind of open your eyes and kind of gave an indication of the type of player he can be?
that boy can run. He run, he play hard. Everything that he do hard. So that's what I love about him, bro. And if you put him on the field, I trust him completely. I feel like he'll get the job done. All the running backs get the job done, not just him. All of them, even the 2 freshmen that just came in and get the job done. And me and LaShawn and Kamari, TJ, Max White, even though he's a walk-on, he can still get in there and get the job done. He's a hard worker. So really just all of us, I feel like, can do the thing. So everybody's opened up eyes to everybody, and I just love that because we all a team and we all brothers. So
All right, Caleb, last question will be from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Caleb, I was just looking kind of through your stats and stuff, and you've gotten 20 plus carries twice in your career. Iowa won both those games. One of those was at Purdue last year. Do you feel like you are the type of back that can get better as the game goes on, and do you like that high volume of carries if it can happen?
yeah, I feel like every carry I get is gonna lead to more things being open because I feel like every run that I get is gonna keep motivating to be even a harder runner because I know the situations that we in and stuff like that. So I just feel like that when I get the ball, I just do my thing. So every time I get the ball, I try to do it better and better and better every time. So
All right, perfect. Thank you for your time, Caleb.
appreciate it.
All right, guys, thanks for being patient with us, and we'll be good to go.